Hello everyone, I am Carlos Estupiñan. In this time I will explanation the proposal of evaluation in the final exam. Proposal of evaluation. And the topic is proposal evaluation and the population is a course in 7th grade in a private school located in the town of a municipality in Palmira Valle. The crop is 26 students. The level is B1. Context of the population. Characteristics and observations. Type of learners, 26 students with a basic level of knowledge. Age, the age is between 12 and 13 years old. Type of education is private school. The location is in Palmira Valle, Colombia. Learning proposal is implementation of a multimedia teaching units. Context, characteristics and observation. The objective is a proposal for improving the level of English in 7th grade students. The problem. The problem is poor performance in the English language. The level of knowledge of the student does not correspond to the achievements established by the educational institution according to the pay for the 7th grade. The lack of interest of the students in learning English and the waste of existing resources in the institution. Justification. The importance of motivating and creating interest in students about the early learning of the English language so that with the use of information and communication technologies as one of the best allies and as the most interesting educational resource in our time. It is possible for students to increase their enthusiasm and taste for learning, as well as to facilitate their learning throughout different strategies and learning styles due to the variety of the simulti and multisensory response that this implies. The general objective is improve the learning process of the 7th grade students of the educational institution of Palmira through the implementation of the multimedia teaching units. Specific objectives: design the 7th grade program based on student needs and means. English proficiency standards motivate students towards learning through the multimedia teaching units. Make use of technology as a didactic tool in teaching learning process. Technological methods and approaches. In this case, and taking into account some authors, among them Juan Bestar Moring and Maria Concepción Pérez Martin, authors of the book on didactics of the English language, in which the factors that influence a second language. Use of aids and material for teaching English, learning language and aspects of language. Like this, we found many options to apply the educational process, very useful and at low cost. Not to mention totally free. For this case, we will suggest Wikipedia. It uses natural and welcoming means and sensory input, colors, image, and especially music, with an emphasis on active participation. George Lusnov, the founder of this technique. English for specific purpose, ESP. It is time to learning English. Approach focused on learning, a learning-centered approach. Approach represented by the proposal of Hodgson and Wetters, for whom the question of how to teach and how to learn acquire more relevance than the language, its use and its context. How we will evaluate? If the effectiveness of this teaching method is to achieve suggested project principles, always constitute the basis on which the various techniques must be delineated to be applied together. In this case, Lesonov states that the teacher must integrate three fundamental tools: psychological, didactic, artistic, in order to make the students overcome the anti-suggestive barriers that hinder their learning. Romero and Gonzalez. Methodology and techniques. In this methodology, we use the next context. The first is infantilization. The infantilization is the objective is for the students to free themselves from suggestive barriers and to act in the sessions with the complexity of a child, allowing him to communicate without fear. The next is intonation. It deals with the subjective, auditory, and visual signals that the teacher sends to the students who copy the personality of the language. Rhythm. Within the academic process, there are supports songs and melodies in English, games, and gestural exercise that make the students grade the modular rhythms of a language. And authority. The teacher becomes a friend. The authority is drawn by his experience, his knowledge, and dedication to service, and the pleasant and determined attitude of truly motivating the student and equipping them with the linguistic tools. This is an example, the grammar explanation. In this case, we work in nouns and pronouns names. The presentation is finishing. Thank you.